You know, in the 1950s, the Church of Christ was one of the fastest growing churches in the nation. You can look it up. I mean, it was growing like crazy. But we need to understand that all religion in general was growing like crazy during that time. So it wasn't just the church. However, those who were alive then, or were raised by Christians who were alive then, they'll talk about how great it was. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But there are others who pine for those times so deeply that they are never satisfied with what's going on right now, no matter how much success is happening. As I've been pointing out in this lesson, this kind of mentality can make you move backward instead of forward. This same principle applies to another hit that the church has had from COVID and people losing their interest in assembling with the saints. Now, I'm not going to blame COVID and the lockdowns for all the problems that are going on, because if Christians had had their faith intact before COVID hit, then it would not have fazed them. So there was an underlying problem in place, and all it took was something like COVID and shutdowns to bring out the results of spiritual weakness that some had. Now, to back up what I'm saying, I want to share a general chart about religion. Now, if I had some specific data about the church itself, I would give you that information, but this will suffice to make my point. America's membership in houses of worship continued to decline last year, dropping below 50% for the first time in Gallup's 8-decade trend. In 2020, 47% of Americans said they belonged to a church, synagogue, or mosque, down from 50% in 2018 and 70% in 1999. U.S. church membership was 73% when Gallup first measured it in 1937 and remained near 70% for the next 6 decades, before beginning a steady decline around the turn of the 21st century. The decline in church membership is primarily a function of the increasing number of Americans who express no religious preference. Over the past 2 decades, the percentage of Americans who do not identify with any religion has grown from 8% in 1998 through 2000 to 13% in 2008 to 2010, and 21% over the past 3 years. Church membership is strongly correlated with age, as 66% of traditionalist U.S. adults born before 1946 belong to a church, compared with 58% of baby boomers, 50% of those in Generation X, and 36% of millennials. The limited data Gallup has on church membership among the portion of Generation Z that has reached adulthood are so far showing the church membership rates similar to those for millennials. You see, we're living in a time where fewer people are interested in God. That is our reality. Many churches are seeing their numbers drop, and it can be very discouraging.